Gotta wait for it.
All right.
I know it says live, but
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. Usually there's comments in
Yeah,
chat. Weird.
nothing's, but that's okay because there's other people on live,
Yeah,
you
that's
know.
fine.
So, how's your day been going?
Not bad. So suddenly everybody wants to do lives on Sunday now, huh?
Yeah, same time we do, but
Yeah.
that's okay.
That's cool.
I got a kick out of this last week, because I spoke up about the debit cards and credit unions and banks,
Yeah.
and I had to get a hold of Amazon again over the um, night generator. It was faulty, and so I tried getting a hold of the company, no response, which wasn't surprising. But Amazon was really cool about it, and anyhow, I was talking to the one worker, and he said he's got a debit card. And he said, no, Amazon does not take the money out of your account when you've got a debit card. They can't do that. The banks and the credit unions are not to allow them to do so.
Yeah.
So I said, I know. And I told him that. And the teller's response was, so would you like checks? I'm like, no, I just want my debit card to be a debit
You
card.
have friends with that?
Right. So anyhow, you know, I didn't I'm not associated with Amazon or anything like that. I don't get anything for saying anything about Amazon, but I wanted you guys to know that even their workers have debit cards and use the debit cards like I use the debit cards. When you have money there, that's fine. When you don't have money, you don't get to spend none, you know.
Yeah.
And so that's my good deed for the day there. Um, we started curing the wood stove.
Hey, Christy.
Hey,
Oh,
Christy.
nice.
And that ended up to be a battle in itself. But we've got
What
it
is that?
going. It didn't want to burn. Nothing wanted to burn in
Ah,
it because of the chemicals.
yeah.
So we got it going. It's slowly curing. But I said I need some wood. So my little helper, she goes over and she's grabbing all this wood. She's busting it up. And then we moved the stove and I took the portable fire pit and lifted the lid. There was a bunch of wood in there.
Oh, jeez.
And she wanted to shoot me. But it's all good, you know. So yeah, curing a stove, you need to do that outside. Not everybody knows that you are supposed to actually cure a wood stove. Some of them you don't have to, but you're better off to cure them outside. You
Yep.
know, so because when you're curing a wood stove, what it means is you're burning off all the chemicals that they've put on the material that they made the stove out of. And you want that outside, you don't want it inside, because you could fumigate yourself real easy. So, anyhow, yeah, we've been having all kinds of fun, fighting with it to get it to burn. Got it to burn, and
Jeez.
it's slowly doing its thing. So, when I go outside to have a smoke, I'll be checking, putting more wood in and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But so if you hear the wire interference with my headset, you'll know why. Just don't think nothing of it. I'm just curing myself.
All right.
Gotta be good for something, right? Anyhow, yeah, that was a good thing to do because today was supposedly one of the last few warm days, and so we take the stove out and we set it up the way we want to for curing it, and we're sitting there fighting with it and got the coffee pot, sat it on top, and went, well, this ain't working too good. sent the coffee pot back into the kitchen stove. But we were sitting out there in style, drinking coffee. And my little helper, she's like, "Well, her coffee's gonna get cold." I set it on top of the wood stove.
Nice. Yeah, there you go.
But the wood stove wasn't burning right, so yeah. However, you know, it takes time and it was okay. I was just having fun fighting with the fire, you know. Good things in life aren't always easy. So
At 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 the start, no.
yeah. But for some reason, I swear, I told my little helper, I said, I got a feeling that they sprayed fire retardant stuff on the leaves and the trees this year because nothing wants to burn. You know, I'm like, this is ridiculous, but okay, whatever. So anyhow,
So
the
you have
joys
no
of life.
pine cones or nothing handy, huh? Or the
I did. I had pine cones. I had needles, pine needles, and even dried leaves,
hmm,
and they would burn, but the wood wouldn't. And the wood was dried wood. I mean,
weird.
it's just yeah. That's how my whole summer's gone. I'm like crazy, but okay, whatever. You know. So meanwhile, I'm getting down to less and less squash to have to deal with, which really does please me. You know. So, but the gas prices, people, you all want to be careful. They're gonna go sky high this year, guaranteed.
Oh yeah.
And it's gonna get to a point where some are going to have to decide, do I really need the smartphone with the internet on it, or do I want to pay my heat bill, or do I want to feed my families? Well, if you have to make that choice, trust me, not having the internet is more important because then you can feed your family or you can heat your house to keep your family warm. There's no guessing that one. That's an easy answer. Do what you
or
gotta do to heat your home and feed your family.
yeah, for people who have common sense, but most people, I don't know. I think they would sacrifice their family's well-being just to have the internet.
Hey, Gene Ackland, how you doing?
What's up, Backlund?
But yeah, 'cause winter's coming. Jack Frost is nipping at people's noses, and people have gotten snow already this year out in the east area. So, I mean, it's just one of those things. It, it's weird because usually Colorado gets it, and then we get it, and then they get it. But no, this year they got it, and I'm like, what the? All right. So, and Texas, them guys down in Texas, I'm telling you, they're expecting it to be really bad again this year because I know people that live down in Texas and they're getting the water heaters, to put in their livestock tanks and buckets so their animals have water this year. Um, Hi
Hey,
Victoria,
Victoria.
how you doing, honey? And it's just one of those things. I know another person from down in Texas, and he's got a greenhouse and it's got fruit trees in it, and he's putting a wood stove in so his fruit trees in his greenhouse don't freeze. So you know, it's yep, it's gonna get colder. That's for darn sure, Gene. You know, um, it's just one of those things. Um, it people all over. They know that you gotta do what you gotta do. You gotta keep warm. You gotta have food, and that's why curing the wood stove sounds like a great thing to do today. It's not too cold out, and it's nice and relaxing out there. You know, so that's what we were doing. because then if we need it this winter, we got it ready to rock and roll.
Yeah, you're definitely gonna need it.
So, you know, gotta get ready for winter. Gotta do whatever it takes so that we're all ready, you know. And I'm just hoping that everybody is able to do what they gotta do to make it through, you know. So,
Yeah, because the time's winding down,
yes,
and
it is.
I mean, I'm a procrastinator with things, but if I'm a procrastinator, most people generally are procrastinators, and I'm not saying because I am. I'm just saying it's human nature. I can get that tomorrow. A couple more days, just a couple more days. And the
Yeah,
way things are right now, can't afford to do that anymore.
right. I was like that when it came to the wood stove. And then I went, ah, nope.
Yeah, but it's just in our nature, though.
Yeah, that's why I went, nope, gotta do it today. I don't care. It's gotta be done, you
Yeah,
know. And yeah, we got it going and it's outside, but we have it on cement and we have it to where the wind can't knock it around or anything, you know. So we're just letting it do its thing. It's got wood in it, you know. But can't make it do it any faster, that's for sure. You know.
yeah.
I have a question. Someone I follow was told not to let me on their lives.
No, if that's who
Vic
you are, it's not.
Victoria, there is nothing wrong with being eccentric, okay? It means that you love the old ways. Welcome to my neighborhood. And I mean that in a very loving way. Would you like to come up on my live feed, hon?
Yeah, you can hang out here. That's for sure.
I'm not gonna make bad of you. I'm not gonna make fun of you. Trust me. People think I'm a bit eccentric too because I hang on to my old ways, you know.
Yeah, same here.
But those old ways, they're good to have nowadays. So Victoria, if you want to come up, you can come on up and you can talk to us.
Yeah, you can touch on why people tell you this, or why you believe or think they're. You don't
Honey,
have to show yourself. You can
Vicky,
just.
Victoria, on here, you can just use your avatar. You do
Yeah,
not
just
have
like
to
what we're
show
doing.
yourself. I don't never show myself. Even in my videos, you might see a hand, you might see a foot, you might see a leg if you're lucky. Ooh, you know.
So
Um,
Vex,
so if
no,
you, I
stop
don't care if
crying.
you're in your pajamas. At least that's clothes. You know.
Yep, you don't have to show yourself here, Victoria. So that's all right.
Besides, I like your avatar. It's kind of cute. Put your avatar on, hon, and I'll bring you up. There you go.
Nice.
Hi,
Yeah,
sweetie.
my one of my nieces said that to me once years ago, and I asked her, "Well, why do you think that?" She said, "'Cause you're just too nice," was her reply.
I just
How
had a
old was?
conversation with that with my wife. I told her there's a difference between being nice and being polite and being respectful to people. I told her through my experience, and I've done it myself, where being nice is more like a guise, like a disguise, like camouflage, and you can use niceness either to take advantage of people or legitimately be kind to people. And there's kindness. So I'd rather use words that fit the situation. Like niceness, it's like a double edged sword. Being kind, polite, respectful. Treating people like people. That's how I go about things. And
Well,
so
that's the
she's
way it
having
should
issues
be,
at work.
right?
Go ahead, Victoria. Sorry.
That's the way it should be. Everybody
Yeah,
should be kind to everybody else, regardless of what what their personalities are. I have people that come up on my lives that have issues. I'll just put it that way. Um, but I'm not gonna be mean to them and not let them come up
yeah.
because they're a little bit different than everybody else. Um, I've got one person that I let come up quite often, but he has a tendency to talk over everybody and try
Mm,
to be. He's so outgoing that he will completely take over your life if you don't tell him, well, hey, this person's trying to say something. Can you let this person talk for a minute? And you literally have to tell the guy that, or he would just take over the whole life. Um, and he does it to everybody's life.
Yeah,
But
I know exactly who you're speaking of.
yeah, you probably do. And I just it's part of his personality, and I don't think he can help himself. I really don't. I don't think he can help himself, and I feel bad kind of for him because a lot of people
or
won't allow him up on the panel because of that reason,
uh,
or they make fun of him because he knows everything kind of a person. I mean, if you say something, he has a reply to everything. And I've been told, yeah, that I might not. But my reply when somebody tells me you shouldn't let this person or that person on your panel, it's like, why would I do that? They haven't done anything to me that would make me not be a friend to them or treat them bad or
yeah,
make them feel unwanted. And I know how that feels, to feel unwanted. When you go into a chat and you say hello to people and nobody responds to you but maybe three people, and you know almost everybody there, and there's, say, 50 something people there, but only three out of that 50 will say hello to you and the host won't.
Yeah,
And, you
I've been
know,
in that situation before too.
yeah, it makes you feel unwanted. It makes you feel like an outcast. And I continue to follow those people. But I was talking to somebody the other day, and they said that me and this other person that I'm talking about they said that he shouldn't let us come up on his panel, because I'm eccentric and the other guy is just weird.
Okay, first of all, I love your eccentric. Okay? And the reason I do is because you're not much different than me.
Oh,
All
thank you.
right?
I'm glad.
Because eccentric means you hold on to the old ways of doing things,
Yep,
right?
yep.
Uh huh.
I'm
And
55 years old, and I grew up in a different era and a different time when people weren't so me oriented, and that's what it seems like. It, especially on YouTube, is that everybody is all about themselves and about what they
yeah,
can get, and
yep.
yeah.
they do it in such a deceitful and manipulative way that most people aren't aware that they're even doing it.
Well, I'm gonna tell you a little secret, okay, Vicky?
Yeah,
And I call you that because I love you.
that's
Okay, I'm not
fine. Me
being I'm
too.
not being disrespectful to you, hon.
No,
First of all,
people that are my friends do call me Vicky, so
oh,
go
okay,
ahead.
cool.
Go right ahead.
um, first of all, my channel is my channel. Your channel is your channel. Okay. Now the
Yeah,
reason I'm saying that is because we're two eccentric women, which means one, we're strong, and two, we're going to do our channels the way we each want to do them. And
yeah,
if others don't like it, that's on them, not on us.
exactly.
You know,
And
if we want to beat somebody up with kindness, more power to us. You go, girl.
Yeah.
You go, girl. you know? Seriously, because those that do this stuff, um, they're just showing their true them.
Yeah,
Okay?
snakes in the grass. That's why I kind of
Yeah.
wanted to emphasize the kindness, politeness, respect, instead of niceness. Because niceness, like I said, it's a double-edged sword. It could be used either way, and people. And you said it great. You said it perfect. People are unaware of the other person's intentions, especially when they come off as quote unquote nice. They have other intentions, and then you see how they really are when they're not in your channel, for example, on your panel or on your in your life with you real time. So when you go to theirs, they're completely different.
Yeah, yeah. And I do notice that even my friends, which I do appreciate, I'm going to say that first. I appreciate this one fact. I have friends that are very, I guess, vulgar and stuff, but because I'm not, whenever I go to them to visit with them, they clean up their act really quick and they're very respectful and kind to me.
Hmm.
And I called one of them my friend the other day and he asked me, well, why do you consider me your friend? I said, well, because for one, you're always kind to me. And two, you give me respect. And when I, like you said, you clean up your vocabulary when I come in. That's respect. So yes, I
Hmm.
consider you my friend for those reasons. And because the person helped my channel by making my intro and extra for
Oh,
me.
nice. That's cool.
Outro.
Outro, yes,
Intro and outro.
my intro and outro for me. And so I said, yes, I do consider you my friend. But there's
Hey,
different
Redwood.
levels of friendship, even on YouTube. There's people you will follow above other people because you have like sisters from another misters, as it said, or brothers from another mothers. That's your top besties. That's your top friends. Then you got your besties. And those people are the people you're going to follow more than good friends will be under them, and then friends under them, and then your acquaintances when you can get time to get to them. And it's the same in life as it is on YouTube as far as that aspect. And I don't know, that's just my opinion and what I see. Um,
Well, I like it when I people don't realize this. Not only do I watch the mods and see how they act on other channels, but yeah, I do watch the people too on on their shows and that, and see how they are. And when they're on other shows, I see, I watch them and see how they act and that. And the reason I do, it's not because I'm judging them, but it opens up the door to see the real them. You know what I mean?
yeah.
And
And and I kind of I envy is a horrible, horrible thing. But
Yes.
when you're living uh, month to month, check to check, and you go to these people who they were growing the same as you, but yet they've already hit their thousand mark or above, and you see people dropping $100 and $200, and I've even seen somebody get dropped $500 in their I don't know what you call it. The when they give money
Yeah,
in
the
the
super
live
chat.
chat.
It's kind of
Yeah,
like what
super
John is talking
chats.
about.
It's like, wow. I mean, how do they do that? How do they get people to do that for them? Because that just it blows me away that somebody would just drop that much money. I mean, I can understand 10 or 20 bucks here and there, but I seen somebody drop a $500 in a person's chat one day, and I was like,
I don't have a clue how they do that. I don't have super chat. I do have PayPal,
I
but I
have
don't make a big
PayPal
deal
too.
out of it. You
Yeah,
know. Um,
I don't ask. I mean,
right.
there's been occasions, but I've gotten to the point when I don't even ask. I don't try to make people feel sorry for me, or I
Well,
mean, I've had
another thing is when you live on a fixed income,
yes,
you don't look at other people for their pocketbooks. You look at them like, okay, my income is this, so that automatically puts your income as same as mine. You know,
yes,
and keeps everybody on a level playing field. Because we're
yes.
not looking at their pocketbooks. You know, we don't give a hoot and a holler. We just like them for them.
Yeah, their personalities, what they're about.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, you are so right about that. And I think that one person I follow, uh, oh, I'm trying to think of a way. They took me wrong because I made something for them, and they out and out asked me some questions, and one of the questions is, was I looking to get subscribers? Excuse that word. I guess we're not supposed to use it with all the can't use words. Am I trying to get friends for my channel by going to their channel? And I said, well, it's not my main goal, but it would be nice. So I guess yes, I am. But that's it's and then when they were telling me that somebody wanted a product that I made for him, and so I invested and got more materials and made it again. And the other day I asked him if I could come up on his panel to show the new product that I was trying to get out there, because his channel is the one that would be able to help me. And he by at the time was talking about helping others,
Mm,
Uh-huh.
and
another false person. Huh?
he was talking about helping others at the time, and I said it would help me to get my product out there, and he said no, not I'm not going to do that at this time. And I thought, wow, in my head I went, wow, he was just talking about helping others, and I'm asking him for help to get my product out there because he's a prepper. And he said no. I was confused about that. And
See, there's that niceness, that disguise of niceness. It could be either it goes either way, up or down, left or right.
and I spend a lot of time making the thing that I make, and
You know what?
it's not
Sorry,
cheap to make.
Vicky. I didn't mean to step on your toes. But you know what she does, God's night?
What?
You know what Vicky makes? She makes blankets and stuff out of paracord.
Oh wow!
Exactly. Um,
Yeah.
I
Huge
let
blankets,
me
okay?
let me grab my new project and I'll show you where I'm at with the new one. Um, I try to do it where you can't see my face. Hold on. I and excuse my PJs, y'all.
Oh, by the
That's
way,
fine. There's nothing
Vicky,
wrong with PJs.
you're younger than I am, so
Am
yeah.
I?
Yes, you are, dear.
Probably not much.
About 5. How's that one for you?
Okay, hold on. Uh, I
If
don't
that's
Polka
have.
not PJ,
dots.
that's a house coat, Pokey Dot.
Well, the
Yeah,
PJs
polka
are under
dots.
it. um, Let me turn on a light here.
But yeah, she makes all this with paracord.
It's okay. Let's see if I can get it in there. Here is it goes over like this, and right here is one pocket, and then here's one of the bags. It's not complete yet because I'm waiting on the larger paracord so that I'll be able to attach it. Okay, this this little V area would sit here on your hip, and then let's
Oh,
see,
nice. So you
and
just
then
attach
wait,
additional pouches.
The pouches I'm going to attach here, and this is a smaller pouch, and it'll go this way actually, so that if you're right-handed, this way, I got it the wrong way, this way. So if you're right-handed, you untie it, you open the pouch, and you can reach in. And then I'm making a bigger pouch, and I'm still working on it, the bigger pouch, and it will go also, let's see, like this, and be attached. It's going to hang over to one side, and I'm just showing you in general because this one might go down lower, I'm not sure, and then this one up here, somewhere on the
Right.
up here on the harness, and then this one lower on the harness. But it's going to have three different areas to store things right on your chest, so that when you got your pack on, you don't have to remove your pack and to get to whatever it is you want. You can carry the most important things in the pockets, and the one on your hip here is big enough you could stick a water bottle in, so that you could just reach down and grab your water bottle or
Yeah, that's a pretty
whatever.
good little system you
And
have.
not only that, if you need paracord in an emergency situation,
Yes,
You can
exactly.
you
you
can take
got it.
you can take either one of the bags apart, or if you want to keep the bags, you can take the harness, the sash, I guess you'd call it, apart, and you don't have to take it totally apart. You just take as much as you want
Yeah,
from it, and you'd still have a bit of a harness, but you have the choice whether you want to keep the harness and just use the bags, and then you can still put carabiners. Is that what it's called?
yes, the
Carabiner
carabiners.
on this, and still have stuff on your chest. So there's a lot of different things you can do with it. And here is the other thing she was talking about. Oh, hold on.
I don't know. If I was a big prepper channel and you brought that to me,
Let me
considering I'm
turn
a
off the
prepper
green screen real quick
and
here.
paracord is like a prepper's wet dream, pretty much, because you can never have enough paracord. That guy
This
is stupid to pass that up and say, "Oh, well, I'm not
This
helping you
is
because."
it's actually a hammock, and it is
Oh
paracord,
shit, nice.
and it's as
Oh, sorry,
it
didn't mean to do that. I hit the wrong
that's
button. I'm
okay.
trying to. I'm
It's
trying to figure out how to put you up there so your blanket shows.
it says, why do you hit my picture?
Okay.
Go to my picture and hit that
Yeah,
avatar spot.
there's three buttons that you press, JT, that'll let you bring her forward.
I'm trying to, and all I'm
It
getting
says
is
it says
edit
bring.
mic setting kick from studio band from studio.
Down in,
Not the ones I want.
if you go down in your basement
Yeah,
and find my picture, and the little avatar thing, hit
yeah.
that, and it'll bring me up on the screen. It'll put you guys like
Okay,
There you
there
go.
we go.
yeah. And so I can't show you as long as it is, and I still can't show you as wide it is. Let me turn sideways maybe. So that I can, but here's right now it's past my shoulders on both sides, and it goes all the way above my head and below my feet, and it's going to be a hammock. Or it can be a floor mat for
Or
the
a
inside of your
blanket.
tent, or a sleeping mat to keep you off the ground, so you're away from the cold ground. There's a lot of reasons, but it's made of paracord, and it's very heavy. It's not something that a backpacker would probably want to carry with them, because it is quite heavy. And I'm gonna take, where's my other?
Yeah, it's a dense material, paracord.
I'm
That's
gonna
why it's
take
a good
this
material.
one. Oh, if I can get it out. Hold on. This paracord is 274 weight paracord. Now I'm going to go around the edges with this paracord, and which is much thicker. See, it's 550 weight, and it glows in the dark. So this will
Oh,
be
nice. That's cool.
encircle the outer edge of everything. And then I've got some even bigger and thicker paracord that I will manipulate around that paracord at the ends, and it's a like a bungee type paracord. It's black, and that will be what will come up, up on the corners. I'll do it around the wood, and then so you can remove the wood if you want to lay it on the ground. But it'll go up from the corners, and be it's a bungee type, so it'll be what ties each end to the trees or whatever, and it'll give you a little bit of that bounce. But yeah, I was making this, and the other thing, and you can take me down now. um People started saying, I want one, but they don't want to pay um really the cost of n- you know not just the material, but the cost of my time. It's like,
Yeah, the labor, of course.
I was
Yeah,
You
asking, I
gotta include that.
was gonna ask 250 for the sash one with the pockets and stuff, and when I said 250, that killed it. Nobody responded to me after that.
Well, they must not
And
really want it then.
yeah, and they don't realize I paid 80 80 almost $90 just for the material, not my time.
right.
And the
See,
other,
that's the one thing, like with craft stuff. People want, you made it. It's homemade. You made it by hand.
and it's one of a kind.
Not just that, not only is it one of a kind, but I can get something just like it at the store and it's cheaper. No, you can't, for one.
No, you can't.
Two,
There's no way.
the stuff in the store is not made as good as the stuff made by hand. Just
Yeah,
saying.
yeah. But as you stated, you will not find it in the stores because nobody. I'm. It's a one of a kind. Nobody else has even thought to make these things. And I might be wrong for just showing it all the time on the YouTube, because somebody could take my ideas and run with it. I don't have
Oh yeah.
a patent on it. I didn't start off actually doing it to make money from it. I made the hammock because I have a prepper type mind, and I thought a hammock would be an easy thing to make. I didn't realize how expensive paracord was as I went.
Vex
And
is right about something, Vicky. He said
like,
they sell weighted blankets now, which they have for several years. Okay, most people don't realize it. But children with special needs, some of them need a weighted blanket to calm them down and stuff. All
right,
right. That would also work as a weighted blanket for some of them.
yes, like
Okay, so,
somebody with um downs. There's certain
well,
children.
even autistic children and that.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's what I meant.
Now, what I'm getting at is maybe if we found out what the weighted blankets cost, I mean they make them a dime a dozen, you
Yeah,
know. Hi
yeah,
Scott. Maybe we could figure out how much, you know, and use that to compare. You know what I'm saying? But I know your material is going to cost more because it's paracord. You know
yeah,
what I'm saying?
yeah,
So, and as far as the person that don't want to buy it, that's fine. She's not
yeah.
upset. That's okay.
I'll just
You know
hold
what I
on
mean?
to it. Maybe someday somebody will be willing to
All right,
pay.
later, Red Road. Thanks for stopping by.
Thank you for stopping by, Red Road.
Hello, Red Rose, and you have an awesome day. She said hi to me earlier, but I was too busy talking.
But yeah, I just I I'm trying to help you find. I mean, trust me, there are people out there that will be willing to pay what you want, what you need for
Yeah.
it. You know,
Yeah.
we just gotta get you hooked up with the right people.
Now I'm not out to sell really the hammock one. I actually was doing that one for myself, but the,
That's okay.
but the harness one I purely did that because the one I made for this other person was such a hit. They wanted something to put their pew pew in, as he
Mm-hmm.
put it, and so I made him one, and I gave it to him. I didn't, I didn't charge the person for it. I gave it to him out of kindness, thinking, this is my friend, and
Right.
you know, and I have no resentments for doing that. It's fine. Um, and then I sold him a smaller type, uh, sash type bag for his wife, and he paid more for the one for his wife than I think was worth. um, but like I said, I went to the channel and I was like, because he told me somebody had said they wanted one, so I thought, awesome. I'll make another one and see if he'll let me come up and that person can see it and maybe get a hold of me email. And he said no. So I think he has the impression that I'm trying to use him in some way. Um, just that it's not about a friendship or whatever, and it is in no way that, because I will never ask him again to come up. I don't want him to think that I'm trying to use his channel, because that's
Right.
not what I'm trying to do. I just thought maybe he would help me to
Well,
show.
you didn't ask me to come up, and I asked you if you wanted to come up. You know what I mean?
Yes, ma'am, and
I'm
I
not afraid to ask you to come up.
thank
You
you. I,
know.
I do appreciate it. And I'm just a small channel. I'm still trying to grow, and I've been doing YouTube for 5 years, about 5 years, maybe a little bit more.
Well, I'm gonna tell you a little secret about these people that grow slow, because I'm growing slow too. Okay,
Yeah,
and it's okay that we grow slow. Why? Because then when people make comments about our videos or whatever they like about our channel, we're able to go and respond to them
yes,
personally. We don't
yeah,
have to click the already responded choices that are there,
yeah,
and no personality,
Reloaded.
And
yeah.
yeah,
And I
just
do know what you mean by that because,
and
uh,
that is so much fun to do, to take time and respond to each person on an individual, because their comments are different. They're not dime a dozen comments, you
yeah,
know, and it makes them feel part of your channel. It makes them feel welcomed. You know what I mean?
yeah.
And that's okay that we're slow growers. Not everybody's a fast blossoming
But I do want to let
person.
people know, if you're not aware of it already, when you go in and you say you friend a channel, and I'm using that word specifically because if you say the S
Hmm.
word in a comment, um, like you say, okay, I just S'd your channel. YouTube will not let you respond to that. They you can tap on that comment and nothing will happen. And I have let people know, I have had to go over to their channel and say, hey, I wasn't able to respond to your comment because you used this word instead of friendship. I friended your channel.
You,
That's
you know
And
what
weird.
I like to do? I like to go to chat rooms. I don't care if they sling links or not, okay? And I like to pick somebody's
Hey,
name
what's
out.
up, Mike?
that I'd not seen before. Hi, Homestead Family Reclaim, and click on, highlight their name, click on it, and highlight it, and copy and paste it into another YouTube page, right? Go to
Uh-huh.
their channel and follow them, and don't tell them
Yep, yep. I've done
because that's
that.
a lot better, a lot easier, a lot safer way of doing it. And you know what? They find out, they get notifications. Hey, this bozo chick, she just followed you. She friended you. She's liking your channel, man. You got it rocking and rolling. You
Yep,
know,
yep, yep.
and that
And
that's how
so,
I do it.
I did that the other day, and it was, I can't remember the channel, but it was a gentleman in a wheelchair. And so I did that. I went over and I explained to him that I was sorry that I couldn't respond to his comment and why. And shortly after that, he unfriended me. And so I don't understand, I don't understand. That's all I'm going to say. I don't understand why
Because you
he
hurt
unfriended
Victoria, you hurt his fake electronic digital internet feeling. So he got butthurt.
Oh, hey, Miss Vicky. Did you
me. Yeah.
see Mr. Vex Warfield's comment here? I would love to have a vest made like that.
Uh,
Okay, Vex, you need to get a hold of Miss Victoria here, Miss Vicky, and converse in an email, work things out. That's all I'm saying.
yeah. And, I mean, if anybody's willing to pay you know, pay that price, um, I think, I've asked people what they thought if they were to buy it, what they thought it would be worth. Now they weren't willing to buy it, but they were willing to tell me what they thought it was worth. And one person told me I should start at, oh, I think he said 420, and I just can't do that. I mean, I so so the least I could go is 220.
Oh,
Uh,
Miss Vicky, Mr. Vex Warfield put his email for you in the
Let's see, because Vex sees the value. You see, it's
comments.
made out of it's made out of paracord, a durable material that has many uses. That's why the military uses. That's why it was developed for the military in the first place. It's a very versatile material, and
Mr. Mr. Vex don't give his email address out very often.
yeah, not like that.
No.
So he's
well,
interested.
Oh
I'm
yeah, you've got a young man interested, big time girlfriend. Oh yeah.
okay. Let me go over here. What I'll do is because I seem to have problems with uh, with getting into people's emails. Like it'll tell me they can't find it. So I'm gonna go here to your uh, YouTube site and put mine in, and that way, please get a hold of me. If you don't hear from me, oops, let me see.
Oh lordy, I'm going to have to. Oh, you guys, you children, what am I going to do with y'all? Oh, I got two young people trying to make connections here so that one can buy the product from the other one,
Here
and
is
then
my email,
I'm
and
in the middle going,
I'm not really
okay,
using it because it's on my about page in my on my channel.
right.
So I'm not shy about giving my email.
Well, I've got Vex's wrote down on things so I can at least get it to you, Miss Vicky, in
Okay, and I
case.
I just dropped mine in your my email over there so that he can write it down. It's VickyWallace3 at gmail.com.
So I guarantee you, once things go a little more apocalyptic, people are just going to be wrapping bed sheets and pillowcases around them like a sash instead of buying
And you
something
better,
made out of paracord. I'm just saying. I'm not trying to push your
well,
product.
they
I'm just
better
saying
hope it's
because
not the dead of winter when there's a deep snow,
yeah,
be- because you're gonna be mighty, mighty cold.
They're gonna wish they had something made out of paracord. That's why. That's all I'm saying. Because what you're doing with that paracord, you're right. I haven't seen anybody have a product like that.
Uh-uh.
Honestly,
No,
Yeah.
and that's
nowhere.
why, that's why when she was talking about this other situation, I'm like, no, 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 no. I am
Well,
going to put it out there for you. I'm going to try to help you the best way I can. The best way I can
thank
do it
you.
is this way, because not only will some people see it, now, but people do watch the live feeds later too.
Yeah,
So,
Well, the plain fact is the price. You got to think it's so expensive for paracord that most people, all you do see them make is keychains and
yeah,
bracelets
bracelets.
and small stuff because it is so expensive.
Oh
Uh,
yeah.
yep,
so I mean, I think I'm giving away this sash and stuff at a very good price at 240 or 220. Um, I said 220, so I'll stick with 220. But I think that even that is an actually a really really good price considering you won't find it, and all you are going to find is bracelets and keychains and things like that that are smaller, bottle covers maybe. I don't know if you
yeah.
those are out there, but I don't know. So honest, I cannot go under 220, and that's giving it away, because I've just been lucky to find a lower priced paracord at this time to be able to do that. Um,
Right.
it's it's uh it's usually about 20 something dollars uh for like five for 100 foot, I think it was. It's 20 something dollars for 100 foot. Um and I'm working with this sash is 1,000 foot of paracord.
Oh, jeez.
And I found it at a good price, but for that you're going to pay well over $100 just for the paracord, and the other is for the time it takes me to sit there and crochet it. And I have degenerative arthritis, so it takes a lot for me to use my hands and make those because my I have difficulty with the arthritis in my hands.
Yeah, you have good days and you have bad days. Some days you can do it for a little while. Some days you can't do it at all. And then there
Right,
are other days where, hey, it don't bother me. I can do whatever.
right. Yeah, so it's in the time that my hands will allow me to do it because there's been times I've done it so long that it'll wake me up in the middle of the night because my hands have completely gone numb and start tingling and burning severely. So it takes a lot for me to make them.
It's kind of like when I started doing 3D tatting. I'm I was used to manipulating thread because I was weaving
Right.
since I was a little kid. Sorry, I had to cough. Anyhow, I was pulling the thread so tight when I was doing my tatting. I was literally cutting my fingers. And I couldn't figure out later how I cut my fingers.
I can relate to that.
Oh yeah. It's like
Your
when
hands go
something
numb.
comes when something comes in your head to make, and you don't make it, you don't make it, you don't make it, you can give yourself a headache because why? Your brain's telling you to make this dang thing and you're going, no, I'll do it later. No, I'll do it. No, I'm
No,
not in the mood. And until you make it, you're going to get a headache.
I
Once
go
you
to
make it,
bed and have a
the
hard time
headache goes away.
sleeping because I can't even sleep because it's like I need to make this thing. I need to make this thing. And it runs through my head and keeps me awake at night until I
Yeah.
actually, yeah, I can relate.
Oh
Is it
yeah.
okay? I'll be right back. I need to get me a cup of coffee.
Hey, go get a cup of coffee. We're
All right.
allowed to drink coffee on this channel.
All right. I'll be right back.
We even have cappuccino if you like it.
Oh, I love cappuccino. I keep telling everybody, hey, I'll start doing taste tests on my channel. If people want to send me coffees, different coffees to taste test, I love coffee.
I make my own cappuccino
All right,
homemade,
I love
and
coffee.
everything you put in it you can pronounce the ingredients of.
Awesome, and I
So
love very very strong coffee. Okay, I'll be
then you
right
would
back.
like cappuccino because that's what it is. Very, very strong coffee.
I'll be right back.
Very strong coffee is when it grows hair on your chest, your toenails too, and can move the building. So
What?
somebody got torpedoed.
With what? A cigarette?
Uh huh. Yep. Came in to check the coffee cup out. Oh, you got coffee. Okay. She turned around, was walking out, and I torpedoed her right in the shoulder. It was funny.
Nice.
Well, it's better than the headshots I've been doing with them. You know,
Headshot would have been better. Would have been consistent.
she doesn't think so. Hi, Big Mike. How you doing? Mr. MT Homestead is in the house.
Hey, what's up, Mr. Mountain?
Now, that's Mike and Terry. That's what MT stands for. Mike is
Uh-huh.
his name, Terry is his wife's name. And when you
Well, I
see
don't know
MT
that.
Homestead, that's his wife, Terry.
I just see as MT as mountain. That's how I know it.
Well, that's not what it stands for. I like picking on him. He likes picking on me, and we have fun. You know, someday his wife's going to let him get the tractor, and someday he's going to let her get more chickens. I know. I have faith in him. Christmas is coming. You never know. You know. So
I will be back. My doggy needs to go outside. I'll be back.
I'll
that's
be fine.
okay. We're not in no rush. We're just, chilling out, having fun with everybody, seeing what else everybody else is up to.
Yeah.
You know, how much trouble is everybody else getting into nowadays? That's the question that inquiring minds want to know. And don't worry, Vex, I won't do the questions like I did the other night to you. You know, I'll be very good
Why?
because I want to be nice to Vex. So that way when I burp in his ear, then he knows that it's done with love and affection.
Jeez.
And makes us stay. Because I'm gonna
Instead of
have to go
heavy
out.
breathing
Yeah.
or a soft whisper in the ear, it's a soft, gentle burp.
Yep. You know, because I'm gonna have to go outside and check my wood stove that I've got curing. Don't want to rush a good thing. It takes 2 hours, and we gotta cool it down before I can bring it back in.
Yeah.
You know, but and no, I did not record it, so there. But a lot of your wood stoves, you need to read the manuals that come with them. Some of them will tell you you've got to cure them. Well, if you're gonna cure a stove, do it outside. Don't do it in your house because what you're doing is you're burning off the chemicals on the outside and the inside of it, and it'll stink up your house, and you can fumigate yourself. Not good.
Like a bird. To stupid bags. Like a bird. To
Nerd.
Bertie.
I'll see what I can do for you,
Yeah, that's
Vax.
cool, John. Or Gene.
Gene, that's okay. You can listen while you work. That's not a bad thing. I gotta go outside
Lispel.
and check the stove, see if I burnt in Vex's ear.
Lispel while you work.
Yep.
Lispel.
Hey, it's still going. We're doing something right.
Almost read it as talk burrito to me. Because I was reading out of like my periphery vision.
That's Chrissy's language. Language.
Talk
Burrito.
burrito to me.
Yes, you leave me alone in my burrito.
Talk burrito to me.
Who's wanting burrito talking? Vex?
Excuse that noise. It's my almost 16-year-old dog. He suffers because of his breed. He suffers from a pinched larynx, and
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
yeah. I've spent so much money trying to save him from suffering like that, but um, I just I the last time I took him because of his age, they said it would be a lot of money, thousands of dollars, and they really didn't want to do the surgery needed. They would have to put a stent in his throat to keep the larynx open. Um, and they didn't want to do the surgery because of his age.
Did you
And
take him to a chiropractor for animals?
no,
Because usually,
it's in his throat. It's his
yeah.
larynx keeps closing up on him.
What? He's a small dog then, huh?
Yeah, he's a Chorky. He's a Chihuahua Yorkie mix.
Oh, wow. I was about to say, is it a Yorkie? Because I know I had, well, in laws that had Chihuahuas, and some of them had that chronic issue.
Well, if you go watch my very first video of me riding a red bicycle in my videos, he's in the front basket. And it was when he was much younger. Picture of him. And he's my road dog. He's my everything. I mean, he's my child. He's my heart. And
I
I rescued
Such a
him when
Yorkie? That's
he,
interesting.
yeah,
I
he's a,
I was he's never had that problem.
oh, excuse me.
I didn't call.
Yorkie.
No, it's a spam call. I get spam calls constantly every day on my phone. It's crazy. But that's because I'm always checking out stuff. I like to window shop a lot.
Right, there ain't nothing wrong with window shopping.
And once you go into these sites and you window shop, they ask you a lot of the times if you are willing to get notifications, which I have no problem because if they email me,
Merch.
I can just put X's on everything and delete it.
Right.
It's not that I have to spend all this time in every single one looking. And most of them are too expensive for me to buy from, but I do like to look at them, at their stuff. So, and daydream. I daydream a lot. Um, like I said, I've got a prepper mind, and uh, I have
Well, we
my
went.
dream playlist, and I'm 55 and I've never drove a car or had a license, and I'm disabled. I have degenerative arthritis, and they said I would be in a wheelchair in my 30s. And I'm
Mm,
still walking. Sometimes I have to walk with a cane now, um,
there ain't
because
nothing wrong with that, girl.
my back, it gives me a lot of problems. They want to fuse my two lower discs in my spine and two of the upper discs right below my neck, and I won't do it. I have good days and I have bad days, and I'll live through those, but I won't do this the fusing because I've had three separate friends, my brother one, who is no longer with me, but he had it done and he said it was the worst decision he ever made.
Yep, it's
It
painful.
made him, yeah, it made him where he couldn't move. He couldn't walk
Yeah, it's
after that.
painful. You lose mobility, functionality. Like I think it's what 10 or some percent of those spots where they fuse those bones together or
You
those
can't
discs together
turn.
where you can't bend and move your neck.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
a,
can't turn, you can't
Yep.
a friend
twist.
of mine, he had his whole neck fused together, and he literally had to turn his whole body to see. And
Yeah,
yet somehow he was able to drive. I never figured that out. But he's
yeah.
passed away. He
Uh,
passed
uh,
away
uh.
older age.
And
But
so, yeah, I go through frequent pain because of it, but people say, I have a friend that did do it and it worked out fine for her. But, it does work for some people. I'm not saying it doesn't, but it doesn't work for a lot of people too. And
right,
and it does take away a lot of your mobility, regardless whether it works for you or not. You still are not going to be able to turn and move in the same fashion as you would if it wasn't done. And so I prefer myself not to do it. I'm not going to take the chance of losing the good days, because those good days are gone. Once you do it, you lose that mobility in
right,
those spots, as you stated. And so I used to ride bicycles and up until a few years back when I got my first electric trike, and they are expensive. But I can only ride that in the good weather, in when it's not raining, when it's nice warm weather. In the winter, I have to depend on others to get around. And
right.
with I hate to say this, but with the world as it is, I do not like to ride the transit.
No,
I would rather walk than to ride a transit. The last time I ever rode a transit, a young girl got behind me. And I don't know what it is about me, but total strangers sometimes will come up to me and just start telling me their life. And so this young girl sits behind me and she starts telling me about how she worships the devil and drinks blood and all this really scary, morbid kind of things. And then I've had people sit next to me that I swear they don't bathe, and just different situations. So I don't ride the transit, and
yeah,
I am so dependent. I wish I had the capability to have my independence to be able to just get into something that I'm capable of driving in the winter to get around by myself without depending on others. And I
A
found
snowcat.
if you see my stickers, that is exactly my dream. Here, let me pull out a sticker. I'm going to show you what my dream is. This is what I wish I could own, and
hold on.
I found it on the internet, but it costs $7,000. A lot of money.
Hold on a second.
This this is my sticker.
Oh,
It's called an e-Jeep. It's a mobility scooter that is totally enclosed like a little car, has a windshield wiper, has tail lights, headlights. It has a steering wheel. It goes 30 miles an hour, and it has a heater, an air conditioner. It's just like a little car, but it's a mobility scooter. You don't have to have a license for it. And then this back here is like a little bicycle camper. And so, I would love to be able to just go and have, I would love to have this. This is my biggest dream. But this right here costs $7,000. This right here costs $7,000. And it's just a daydream for me because I cannot afford it. I just can't unless I win the Publishers Clearinghouse, which I do a lot. I it's just a dream. It's a daydream, but it would sure give me the independence and mobility that I so much wish I had.
Right.
But yeah, that's my one of my dreams. I have a list, a dream list on my playlist that I put everything I dream of having. And that's the main thing. But then I have little dreams like a solar generator that I could put in the camper, to power a little 25-watt or 45-watt
Kilowatt.
stove, or little low wattage cooking supplies or heaters, and dreams like that, you know so I could feel like I'm actually driving and camping like everybody else, but not have to have a license to do so.
Right. I was gonna say when I was a kid growing up, going window shopping was one thing that a lot of people done. They'd walk along the streets and just look in the windows, you
Yeah,
know. And they used to have real thick catalogs,
I
Sears
remember
and
those.
Roebuck and all of them,
Yeah,
and then if you had somebody too short for the table, you know, you just slap a couple of those catalogs or real thick phone books and a catalog underneath of them. Boom, they were at the right height. Okay, let's eat.
the booster chairs.
Yeah, we didn't have booster chairs. We had booster catalogs.
Yes, I remember that. I do. And the parents would, and the older kids got to look through the catalogs, and then they would give me the catalog, and I would go through with a marker and mark all the things that I liked, and then try to get my parents to look at the book.
Yeah,
So
I
they would,
have. I save catalogs. You don't get that many anymore, but
yeah,
I'll save them. And when I hand them to my younger ones, I say, "Hey, this is a wish book. We can look
exactly.
at it and we can wish, and it don't cost nothing to wish."
Exactly.
So
Yeah, yeah. That's
Good.
exactly me
Good.
right there. But now I do it on the internet instead of a catalog or a store. I do it more. That's exactly what I do on the internet. I just window shop and daydream, and oh, that would be cool in my daydream little camper, or that would be cool that
well, I look at it this way also. Sometimes looking at something for your wish list, it's an incentive to save up your pennies to get whatever. You know,
yeah,
might
yeah.
take us longer to do it, but hey, when we do it ourselves.
Well, I know that it's just my daydream unless some miracle, like I said, was to happen and I won the Publishers Clearinghouse. That truly, people think that I don't know, that I'm trying to get something when I talk about my wish list. They think oh, she's talking about it because she wants other people to give it to her. No, that's
No,
not what I'm doing. If other people wanted to help me, hey, I'm not against that. But I am not asking other people
exactly.
to do it for me. And I know my capabilities. I don't make enough to save up for something like that. So it is just a daydream for me. It is just a dream. And I like to daydream about it. It makes me
Vex
feel good to
Vex
daydream.
wishes he was taller. Vex, you're taller than me, so be quiet. Because the short people like me, when we fall, it don't take us long to hit the ground. It's a
How,
light pat. And when
how tall are
you're a
you?
tall person and you fall to the ground, it's like timber, and then the earth quakes.
How tall are you?
I'm only
Well,
five
Vex
five
wishes he was
and a quarter.
taller. He wish he
You're
was a
taller
baller.
than
He wish
me.
he had a girl that looked good. He would call her.
You're taller
That's
than
just
me.
Vex.
I'm only 5'3".
See? Sure, dynamite comes in small packages. I'm telling you. You know
Yeah,
that's
my
why.
wife is 5'3", so I know the big or what dynamite in a small package.
Uh huh. Dynamite always comes in small packages.
Yeah,
We're kind of
So
like my little dog, you know. The
yeah,
littler dogs, if you notice, littler dogs are way more aggressive than a large dog. They have a
yeah, big dog,
complex. They
big
have a
dog, and a
complex.
little dog complex.
Yeah, yeah. They're German shepherds or Doberman pinchers in a Chihuahua body.
my Yorkie he would bark at you and run away, and then he'd not bark at you and come up and lick the heck out of you.
Oh,
A rabbit
You
and a
know.
hat, a bat, and a six
my
four
dog
Impala.
tries to bite everybody's ankles. I have to literally put him away in my bedroom while we have company because he will try to bite everybody's ankles, and I don't know why. He's very, very protective. Even in my office room that I'm in right now, that is a no-go zone. My husband can't even come in here to give me a kiss because he will try to run my husband out, you know? And he loves my husband, but he will not let my husband or anybody else enter this room or my sleeping room. And people think that's weird, but you know, me and my husband have our own bedrooms. Um, we're old school like that.
Hell,
He's Cerberus, the gatekeeper of hell. Well, not the hell part, but your dog's a gatekeeper.
Yeah, and he's very, very, very attached. If I leave the house and he can't go with me, he will literally put his head up in the air and just yowl and cry like really crazy. He's he's too attached to me, and but he's also my help dog because I go through what they say is seizures. It's um, minor seizures to where have really severe dizzy spells and blackouts.
yeah.
And he can pick up on when the dizzy spells are going to hit, and he will get in front of me and try to stop me from moving. He tries to block me and keep me from walking around if I'm going to have a dizzy spell.
But that's
Good
good.
dog. That's a good dog.
Yeah, he's like I said, he's my everything. He's my heart, man, and I keep praying every single night and every morning that God will please help him with this larynx problem and his breathing issues. I know that dogs aren't going to last forever, and I had my last dog I brought from Hawaii because I lived in Hawaii for 3 years, and I brought her over from Hawaii, and I had her 18 years. She hit about my knee height. She was a medium-sized dog, and she fell down the front stairs and broke her back, and I had to have her put to sleep. And I don't ever want to have to do that again because the guilt I still live with. Uh, Maybe she could have lived longer with a wheelchair, but I couldn't afford a wheelchair for her and things like that. So I don't
Okay,
want to.
I got a predicament here. Vex wanted to, he's 5'11". He wanted to be 6 feet tall, so I told him put 2 inch heels on. You know, shoes with 2 inch heels. He'd be 6 feet tall. Then Big Mike comes along. He says I'm 6'4", 275. I wish I was smaller, shorter and smaller. Then I might be able to find clothes that fit. I can't shrink him.
Find shoes with less sole.
um. However, I've got a grandson that's over 6'5". Okay, and I have to buy him tall or extra tall clothes. I'm not kidding you. Okay, and he ask God's night. He's a beanpole. Okay, so you got long and real skinny, and that's a problem too because they don't make clothes like that either. I got him a snowsuit and it was the tall, fits him good. And the kid looked at me and says, "But it's baggy."
Yeah,
And
Oh,
he's pulling out the belly area.
he's not thick enough. He's just too tall.
Yeah, he's real tall.
tall
So,
and thin,
yeah,
lanky.
he is.
Tall and
He is.
lanky, they say.
So when it comes to, I don't know how to help Mike on that one. Um, Shorter.
Yeah,
Get no flat soles for your shoes. You'd be shorter. Um, Clothes. Get the extra tall or tall is all I can say because yeah. Instead of they certain places do have extra tall clothes for tall people, and what is so amazing is they're not considered XLs either. So
yeah. I've in my past dated over 6 foot tall guys, and it's really hard to find clothes for them. You have to order from special catalogs and stuff like that to get clothes for tall men.
okay, Vex, you don't want to cheat your height. I want to really be. Okay, Vex, what you do is you put some sugar water on your lips. Stick your lips to the ceiling and see how long it takes your feet to touch the floor. That'll stretch you out, but when you go to walk, your lips are gonna be all over the floor in front of you, and you'll trip on your lips. It's an old joke, but I'm just trying to be helpful here to make you taller. I'm still back to poor Mike. Uh, they used to say put weights on your head and they make you smaller, but I don't want you to mess up your back and your neck and that.
And if that person's still in here that was interested in this, it is going to be a little while because I'm still waiting on the 550 paracord to do the closing of the bags and to attach the bags to the sash. And it's going to be green, glow in the dark, um, 550 paracord that I'll be doing that with. But
That was Vex.
yeah, I'm still waiting, Bex, for that paracord to come, and I don't know how long it'll take. I just recently ordered it, so it might be a little
Yeah, just put Vex on a taffy puller.
while. Bex, what did he say? 5'11"?
He's yeah, 5'11". He's still
That's what
taller
my
than us.
husband is. My husband's 5'11" too, and
My late my late husband was over 6 feet, so
I use him as my model to find out whether the harness is the right, gonna sit right and stuff. So,
stretching rack.
or not harness, the sash. I got to come up with a name for this thing because I don't even have a name for whatever it is.
Pocket sash.
A pocket sash.
Yeah,
That sounds good.
because it's a sash and it's got pockets on it.
Yeah, bags and pockets. Yep.
Feel free to use it. I don't charge anything.
Thank you.
5'11", 155. Not bad average for your weight and your height.
Yep, he sounds like he's about the same size as my husband.
Prepper sash. That's what
Yep.
Vex said.
Yeah, prepper sash. That's a good one. I'm trying to get this one last bag done, and I'm about to the end of this 1,000-foot paracord. So this particular, the bigger bag is almost done. Like I said, I'm just waiting on the the larger paracord, it glows in the dark. I thought that that would be a cool add-on to it
Right.
to do around, just like the edges that seal the bags on the sides, and then to attach the bags to the sash itself. I thought that would be cool because I used non the one I made for the other person was 550 paracord, and it was like an orangey reddish color, but it wasn't glow in the dark. I think glow in the dark is kind of cool, so I thought I'll do glow in the dark, green glow in the dark with this one. It's more of a lime green.
Yeah, and then you put it on, and when there's a fire, and go up and watch the fire. They'll mistake you for a fireman. They won't be telling you to get back.
Yeah. Yeah. I probably won't make any more. So really this truly is going to be a one of a kind because well, it's a second one, but the other one wasn't as well made as this one, honestly, I think, because the other one was my very first try, and you improve as you go. And so this one is going to turn out, I think, much better than the other one. And I don't think I'll be making any more because not too many people are asking for it when they know what I want for it.
Yeah, what they don't understand is for once they don't understand the material. They don't understand the cost of the material, the strengths the material has. They just think, oh well, it's made out of paracord and she made it by hand. When I can like it was just brought up, oh, I can go to the store and probably get something similar. And we're like, no, because I haven't seen a product like that.
Yeah.
Vex has to go put the
Hey,
clothes
what's
from
up,
the
Mac?
washer into
Mac
the
Mick, Mac
into
Mick.
the dryer. Hi, Mick. How you doing?
Well, Mick, just email me and we'll talk.
No, Vex was the one that wanted it.
Oh,
Yeah,
Vex,
Vex Warfield.
just, just
I'll
email
I'll
me.
get you guys linked up, okay?
All right.
I'll go get your address and throw it at him, and I'll throw his address at you, and then go there. Now y'all can meet in the middle underneath the pine tree someplace. Hi,
And
Scrimshaw.
when I send you the bag, I'll stick one
Hey,
of my
what's up, bros?
stickers inside there, so you'll get a sticker too.
Ooh, now you're gonna give him a sticker.
Yep.
Oh,
And
he's so
I
special.
usually, while I have them, I have these little wallet cards that are um, religious quotes and biblical from the Bible, and I've been sending those too. But those are going to be done when they're done because I don't know where to get any more of those. And so I also send those if you want one. I'll send that with the sticker and the bag if you decide you want to buy it.
Well, like I said, I'll give you his email. I'll give him your email, and then it's up to you two to go from there with it.
Right.
You know, I'm just trying to help each other.
I thank you so much. I'm starting to sweat. This house coat is too hot.
Uh that's either hot flashes
I've
she
already
just
been through those.
or she's just getting ready to do some stripping. Oh
Yeah,
my
GT
gosh.
still goes through hot flashes.
I've already been through that.
I've been through that too. It's just that, sometimes
They come back.
um oh no,
No, she's just being silly.
I go outside and I get cold, and then I come inside and I get hot. They're
Yeah,
the
yeah,
portable ones.
yeah. I still go through these.
Okay, Mike, you have a great show, and if I'm not there when you're live, I'll watch it later. So tell Terry hi. But yeah, I just am to the point where, we gotta do what we can and be prepared for whatever they want to throw at us, and help each other out the small channels, you know.
Yeah.
And if somebody makes something by hand, don't jerk them around about it. If you want to be honest, be real. If you don't want it, don't say you want it, and then
Right. Right.
jack them around about it.
Yeah.
So, but I know Vex, he'll talk with you about it, and you guys can go from there. Cause he doesn't say he wants something unless he really does.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
And I just need to let you know I cannot. The thing is, I cannot go below to 220. That's the lowest I can go because I have to at least recoup the cost of the paracord and um a little bit of my time, you know.
right.
So I am, if you don't want it for 220, which is the lowest I'm willing to go, then please say so. Um it's fine if you don't, you know.
Well, he's looking for a vest type
Yeah,
setup, not the satchel or the sash. He wants a vest.
Well, like I said, I don't think that I'm not, like I said, I've never crocheted in my, I've crocheted three, four things in my entire life, you know, and so I don't know how to make a vest. I know how to do this because this is just what I figured out how to make. um, but yeah, I no, I mean, I guess I misunderstood. I thought he wanted to buy this product. Um, if he's wanting me to make something specific, I can't. I don't know how to do a vest.
yeah. Vest would take a lot longer.
And more paracord because,
Yep.
like, a lot more paracord.
Well, okay. What it would have to do is your back panel. That's all one piece,
Yeah,
and then a front right and a front left. And for the armholes, just hook it together so far up and leave it open, and there you
that's
have your armholes.
yeah, gotcha. Kind of like I'm doing with the bags themselves. I'm doing it portions and then attaching the portions together.
Right. Okay, Gene. Thank you for stopping by.
All right, later, Gene.
Well, I've got all of those done. I just finished the very last bag. Now I just got to wait for the other paracord so that I can put everything together.
But yeah, it's just a good thing. It's a nice day, and it's been a fun time. I mean, you know, I always find something to do.
Yeah,
And a lot of times people are like, well, why aren't you around? Well, there's an easy answer to that. I have more in my life than just YouTube.
yeah,
Yep.
You know,
Same
I
here.
I,
have people
yeah,
I have to do things for and with and stuff and teach, and they're actually right here with me, you know. And YouTube is something I do in my free time, my fun time, you know.
yeah. See, I only do a live once a week, every Wednesday at about 4 o'clock. I start a little earlier so that I can run some music and a timer, but I only do it once a week. I'm not like some people that do it bunches of times. I do it once a week, Wednesday.
Mine is only once a week, and it's on Sundays at noon every time. You know, if I make a video and put it up, cool. If I don't, no worries.
Yeah,
You know, I'm not doing this to get monetized. I'm just doing it because it's something fun to do.
and you're
I'm
making
doing it.
friends.
I'm doing it so if the internet's around when the grandchildren get older, they can, show their children, hey, look at the stuff my grandma used taught us how to do, you know.
Yeah,
And um if and I also done it because I knew things that filled in the spots that other people only spoke of but never touched because it was clear they didn't know the how to's, you know. So I try to help others learn. And, you can't charge somebody for helping them learn about something. It's
Yeah,
just not how life is, you know.
yeah.
So, and I like to learn, so,
It's like
you
if
know.
somebody did take my ideas and run with it, so be it. I'm glad that they're able to use it and maybe make some money off of it. If they,
Well, here's another thing, okay? I know a way to do something, okay, and I say, this is how I do it. God's night comes along and says, well, this is how I do it, and it's a little bit easier way. And then Miss Vicky comes along and she says, hey guys, stop the horse. Don't put it before the cart. Don't put the cart before the horse and say giddy up because it ain't gonna work. I know a much easier way than all of those. And it works. Okay?
yeah,
That's cool. And then let's say Vicky and God's Night's talking and I got a problem and I'm like, hey guys, this is what I'm trying to figure out. And everybody goes, well, we've never done anything, never heard of anything like that. So hey, let's roll our sleeves up and we work on it together and figure it out.
yeah,
That's what life is all about. It's not necessarily that box of candy and you not knowing what you're gonna get inside. When I make candy, I know what I'm getting inside. Good stuff.
Yeah. Well, that quote, that saying is flawed, anyways, because if you if you look at the index for the candies, and that's all you gotta do, you already know what flavor you're gonna want when you look at the candy, the picture, and the actual candy. Like, okay, that's a double chocolate. That's chocolate truffle. That's a maraschino cherry chocolate. So you already know what you're getting. It's just I don't know why they went with that. I guess it just seems a little cryptic or esoteric or something. But that was a flawed quote from the get go.
Yeah, I know. I just like saying, hey,
Yeah,
at
I know
least
what
with
you mean, though.
homemade candy, you can say all the ingredients in it.
Yeah, you know what you're getting.
With bought candy from the store with a pretty box, good luck saying some of those ingredients.
Oh, I know.
You know.
Bunch of chemical, scientific,
yeah.
Yeah.
industrial chemical words in there.
So I mean, it's just part of life. We all gotta work together. We gotta encourage, not discourage. Somebody having a bad day, say, hey, it's okay. You know, we all
Skim
have bad
shine.
days. Let's get up and dust ourselves off and take a step together
Yeah, I
forward.
was gonna ask Victoria, are you being shy and holding back on being eccentric, or are you being eccentric already?
I'm just me, and apparently people think I'm eccentric.
Yes, yeah, I haven't noticed that at all.
I've never noticed her to be eccentric, but that's okay because I know what eccentric is. You know, it's
Yep.
somebody that's likes the old ways, and that's fine. That's fantastic. I'm gonna tell you why. That is the greatest thing to have as a flaw, because then, if all hey hey broke loose, guess what? Victoria would be the one that they'd be all running for. Why? Because she already knows how to do things that they don't know. They don't have a clue. But they've been busy making fun of her for being eccentric. Just
Well,
that plain and simple.
they didn't actually make fun of me. What they did
No,
is
but you know
behind,
what I'm saying.
yeah, they went
I'm
behind
just using
my
you
back.
as an example, sweetie. I'm not making fun of you, and I'm not.
Right.
Yeah,
I'm just going by what you said. People think I'm eccentric, and I haven't. I don't know where they deduce this or come to the notion that you're being eccentric because I haven't noticed it. You're just like anybody else here, pretty much.
Yeah,
yeah.
she's
Well,
a
that's what I
sweetheart.
think. But
Yeah.
like I said, my niece one time she said that I said the same thing about me, and I asked her, well, why do you say that? She says, because you're just too nice. And that was her
No.
comment.
Maybe. How old was she when she said that?
Yeah, that's a
Oh,
good question.
mid to late 20s.
Well, even then, she might not have known what the word eccentric meant.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
um, because well, some people that are eccentric are very nice people, and then you have some people that are eccentric and they're crabby as hello. You
So
know,
yeah, it generally means unconventional. That's the general term of eccentric.
right?
It's unconventional. You're not like everybody. You're not on the same path as everybody. You're gonna go, oh, I like the way that grass looks. I'm gonna go look at this grass because it doesn't look like all the other grass.
Or you could be like me. I go around my own little world, and I really don't care what other people think and say. You
Exactly.
know, especially if it's about me, because I already got that covered.
Um,
you know.
Bex is asking if I will show the sash again because
Oh,
Skimshaw wants to see it.
Yeah, Rose was
Scrimshaw.
asking about what she missed, and Vex was giving her a rundown of what you showed, one of your products.
That's up to you, sweetie. We can show it if you want.
Okay, hold
Yep.
on. Let me grab it all. Again, but no, it's not completely finished yet. I'm still trying to get it together. I gotta wait for the glow in the dark paracord.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
Rose is
try
a
to,
crafter. She does jewelry.
I'm gonna try to stand up this time. Now, forgive me, I am in my PJs. So let's see
That's
if I
cool.
can.
Yeah, she took her
Nothing wrong
house
with
coat
PJs.
off.
Um, okay, let me see if I
Nothing
can.
wrong with PJs.
Hold on.
You've
Let me see
noticed
if
your
I can.
PJ's got smiley faces on it, don't you?
Yeah,
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 hold on. Yeah, it's got.
the emojis. Yeah,
them's cute
Um,
PJs.
but okay. So let me see. I'm sorry about the wiggling. Trying to manipulate this where you can see. Anyway, it goes up over your shoulder and around and down your back, and then right here. Let me change hands. Right here is a pocket. If you're right-handed, there's pocket here, and then I'm making two bags to go. Let me see. Let me put this down.
yeah. The cool thing about that paracord too, it looks the way you crocheted it, it looks like chainmail.
That's somebody else said that once too. Let me see here. This bag will go. I'm trying to fix it so it's right-handed. Will go here across. I'll attach it to the sash here, and then you've got this bag down here, and this bag, the smaller bag, I can either I can put it up here on the shoulder. I can also put it sideways, or I could put it down here below the bigger one, you know, kind of like it's hard to tell with this, everything's backwards like this, so that you have three areas, pockets, these two bags and this bag, and
Right.
or this pocket, I mean, and then these two bags. And if you're right-handed, I can put them on the right hand. Not so much the pocket. The pocket's going to be right-handed regardless because it's just made into the sash. But the bags, I can put them straight up and down like this, or I can angle them so that they're easy access if you're right-handed or left-handed. You know what I mean? Um, but yeah, that's it. That it's and it. Let me see, go down on my hip. It sits because of the way it's made. It sits right against your hip right here, and so you like this. So that's it. That's the sash. Survival sash or paracord sash, pocket sash. All right.
But yeah, and even Scrimshaw says that's a nice design, unisex design. Man or woman could use it.
Yes,
Exactly.
yes. Now, I mean, I could have done it in the turquoise, or I could do it in pink. There's so many other colors, but I myself figured more men would want it, like for their pew pews
Yeah, like
and
earth color, like darker earth colors.
yeah, for like manly. And so that's why I did it in brown. And the
Virginia.
last one that I did for my friend, I also did in like a light, it was desert camouflage browns colors. This one is also a camouflage, but it's like, I'm trying to remember, I think it was the forest camouflage or the fall camouflage, because I was more thinking about guys, wanting it.
Right.
Yeah. Well, even
But it,
earth color, earth like the earth colors look good on women. I mean,
yeah,
like Rose said, it's a unisex. I mean, even the
right,
color.
right. And it'll fit. I mean, you saw how well it laid on me,
Yeah.
but it lays exactly the same on my husband. Now that little pocket comes up a little higher because he is 5'11", but it still works for him.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you're right. Though. I like if I were to use something like that, I could, like you said, I put it in my backpack and I could just stuff stuff as I go in it. Like oh, those are some nice rocks. I'm gonna take those. Or hey, there's some nice pieces of metal, or whatever you come across, mushrooms or berries.
Right. And
Yeah,
you don't have to take your pack off every single
right.
time you want to put something like real quickly in. You can use those pockets. You don't have to remove your backpack, put your back, and when you do have your backpack on, that also holds that sash in place
Yeah.
to where it's not moving around. But
Oh
I'm
yeah.
done talking about my darn sash.
That's okay, baby.
We can talk about your channel now.
Oh,
Well, you're the
I got a
guest.
channel.
You're the
I got
guest, Victoria.
yeah. I got a channel. I didn't know I had a channel. I didn't get that memo today. Oh my. But yeah.
I hope to see you
You're the
guys
guest,
again.
and this is what we do on here. We just lay back and relax and enjoy. And if we
And
learn something, we learn something. If we don't, hey, we had fun hanging out. You
that's
know.
why I like your channel, and that's why I'm enjoying my time here, because I have tried to start following some other prepper channels, and I actually feel bad because I had to leave that channel completely because I don't like vulgarity. It
No.
makes me very uncomfortable when the F word is said every few seconds and you say the Lord's name in vain. That's even worse to me. And just vulgarity in general. I'm a very calm hearted type person, and I have anxiety problems and um, emotional problems, and those type channels will make me feel stress and uncomfortable. And so
Right.
I even though I like what they're about, I can't stay with them because of the way they talk. And so,
Hey,
Yeah, I
and
hear
Vex,
you.
that's an easy. Sorry, I was gonna
I hear
address
you on
Vex
that
real
one.
quick. You can do that easy, dude. Like if you were to buy it from her, she wouldn't have to attach them because she said you can use carabiners. I recommend D clips from the Molly system or the Alice clip keepers from the Alice system, and you
right.
can just move them around, attach those clips on the back of the bag and into the sash.
But they will swing if you do it that way. They're going to have movement. Now,
Uh, with with
if
Alice
I
clips, with Alice clips and D clips, you won't have that problem.
but
Carabiners, yes.
if I use the bigger 550 paracord and crochet the bags to the sash, you can still take it apart. I mean, you might not get it
Yeah,
back together, but and then use also that 550 pieces of paracord for other projects too.
yeah,
So
yeah. You could do that too. That way, you have extra
yeah, if
paracord to
you
use. Yeah,
want to
you're right.
buy it, you let me know what you want before I get the other paracord, because once I get it, I'm going to be stitching it together, unless somebody wants it for the 220 and then lets me know, do they want the bags actually attached or do they want the bags left separate?
No, I think you make a better point of attaching them, and then just let the customer detach them, and then use the said
Right.
clips I suggested. That way, they have
Yeah.
extra paracord in case they need it for something.
Yeah.
I mean, more work for you or less work for you, whatever works for you.
It don't matter. I mean, you know, I I just did it to do it, I
Yeah.
didn't, like I said, the first time I did it, I didn't even intend to give it to anybody. But I did it, and then somebody said, well, hey, I want that. I want that for my pew pew. And because I considered him a friend, I sent it to him. But I can't continue just to give people
Yeah.
Exactly.
um, things. And I've come across a lot of people seeing what I'm doing and saying, I want that, but not mentioning I want that for this amount or something.
Yep.
It just, I want. And do they, in my head, I'm going, do they realize how much it cost me? I
They
mean,
realize.
and it's not just how much it cost me, but how long it took me and what it puts me through with my arthritis. You
Right.
know, there's a lot to it, and for somebody to expect me to just give it to him.
I
Well,
gotta
that's
tell
what
you
most
a
people
quick
expect.
little story, Victoria. Okay, this took place years ago. All right, there was this lady, and her little girl was spending the night with me, and she came over. The mother came over, and she was pretty much having a feel sorry for me situation, and she was in her 30s. Okay,
Uh-huh.
and she said, "Now I can just see it. I'm gonna be in an old folks' home with my crochet," and I nudged her daughter because her daughter knew what kind of stuff I had. And I opened up my one bin that I had my craft stuff in, and I says, "Well, you're gonna need this big blue crochet hook." And she's like, "Yeah, but my eyesight's not gonna be good." I says, "Not a problem." I reached down, I got a thing of macrame cord out. I says, "There." I says, "Now you're set." I said, "Your eyesight's bad, but that's okay. We got you thick thread. You can feel your stitches at least. Okay?" And she's like, "But I don't even know if it'd work." And I showed her that it would work. I says, "Don't worry, girls, we got your mom taken care of for the old folks' home." So, yeah,
Yeah,
I
it won't be
know.
nearly as good as Victoria's Vex. I can tell you that
No.
right now.
Vex,
Hi, Big Matt.
the reason that for me to make it the way it is with the being right-handed is because it's one whole piece. And like I said, I've never done this kind of thing before. So when it comes to another way of doing it, I don't know how. I'm just doing it the way I was able to do it. I mean, if somebody wants to take this idea and run with it and is better at crocheting and all that, and knows how to take that hip area and change it to where it's versatile, they're welcome to it. But I really don't know how, unless I'm told before I even start the project, uh, make it left-handed. I mean, but
Um,
it's either going to either or, because of the way I know how to make it.
I was going to say, even though the way you make it All they'd have to do is put it on the other way, and the pocket would be left-handed.
But it would be on the inside. It wouldn't. If they could do it that, but the pocket won't be on the outside as it is right now. It would be on the inside of it. You understand? Like
Yeah, well, sometimes that inside pocket comes in handier than what most people think.
right. So yeah, I mean it can be left-handed. You would have to remove the bags and turn it around inside out, and then put the bags back on. Um, but and then it would be left-handed.
See? Simple fix there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Come again when you have more questions. I'll give you more time.
it just
I,
would be an inside pocket instead of an outside pocket.
right.
Stop, Joe.
It's okay, puppy dog. I'm not going to bite your ankles.
No, he's trying to come into my office room, and my older dog, the one that's sick, is very protective of the room. He won't let the younger one come in.
Oh.
And so the younger one will stand at my door and bark like that to say, I want to come in.
Yeah, he's trying to get the password.
Yeah, but the older one's like standing up kind of and going, I'm
Nope.
ready for you if you step in that door.
Do not go past go and do not collect $200.
Exactly. He is just very, 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 very possessive of me. I babysit my great nephew who is 4 years old, and my nephew, he'll let my nephew come in and sit down and in the office room with me, and he watches his tablet. But my nephew will periodically get up and come over and want a hug,
Right.
and my dog is like, we ain't having it. Grrr. And I have to tell him, no, Tico, because he'll try to bite my great nephew even just because he wants to come give me a hug.
Oh, that's not good.
I know, and so
And your
it's
great nephew's such a cutie.
yeah, you've seen him,
Oh, yeah.
Mateo. He's a very affectionate little guy, and he did nip Mateo on the finger one day, but that was because Mateo was ramming a toy truck into Tico's paws,
Yes, up Edmore.
and
Hey,
so
Pedmore.
he kind of nipped him to say, "Hey, that hurts." And I'm not okay with that, but I understand, and so now I tell Mateo, stay away from Tico with the trucks.
There, that's much better. Now we're all in a row.
Yeah, just lay it on your other side and arrange the pockets the opposite and sew them or crochet them together. It would be pretty easy, Victoria. Yeah, there's a lot of people that a lot of things you can do with it, but I can put it together the way it is, and then if they want to change it, they can. I mean, they just have to take the bags off, manipulate the sash, and then reattach the bags.
Yeah,
But I
I,
hope you will
when,
want it.
when my late husband was in the hospital, um, he was in ICU and I sat in the room with him and I crocheted a lap blanket that went from the floor up to my chin. Yep, that was a lap blanket. Wide enough that you could curl up underneath of it and stay comfy.
Yeah.
3 days.
Well, I tried to crochet once. Years ago, I tried to crochet a blanket, and I could not make a straight line. It was so weavy and on the
You don't
edges.
have to.
It was hilariously
Y-
wrong.
That is the point, though, about homemade. Okay, it don't have to be perfect, honey. It's the fact you made it. That's what counts. Haven't you ever heard of the story, um, s- the story about the ladies having a quilting bee, and they were going to have a contest, okay?
Uh-huh.
And everybody's blank quilts were perfect, perfect, perfect. And then this one lady, she got, it came time for hers, and they were all tee hee and on, and she done the best she could, and she did put her heart and soul and her love into it, and it had holes in it, and it wasn't perfect.
Yep.
You know what? Hers won.
Wow. That's
Okay,
awesome. That's awesome. Yeah,
but
mine.
that's what I'm saying. So what if it's not perfect? It's yours. You made it, and you know what? The more you try it, better you get at something.
Yep, exactly. Like I said, the first sash I made looked like a mess. It worked, but it looked like a mess. Now this one looks more together because like you said, as you do it, you get a little better.
Yeah, and you're making the first one while you're taking memory, mental notes on. Oh yeah, that area I needed to do this instead of that. And then the next time you do it, you correct those, and then you notice this needs to be and that needs to be, you know, and you work it out the way you want it.
Yep, yep.
So, you know,
Well, I'm gonna get off of here. I thank you so much for your help and letting me talk about my projects and trying to get it out there. And I do hope that maybe one of these days you guys will come over to my Wednesday and come up on my panel. It is called, most people call it karaoke night, but because I do have some people that like to come up and sing, and but it isn't just karaoke. It is karaoke, talent show, and hang out and chat. Because after so many times of doing it, I realized not a lot of people play an instrument. Not a lot of people like to sing, but a lot of people like to socialize. And
right.
so I made it like that so that everybody is welcome. And as long as you'll let me see who you are in the basement, you can.
That's one thing I don't do. I don't let nobody see me, honey. Sorry.
Well, I I'm afraid somebody could use steal uh your emote, you know?
Yeah, well, they can steal it. There's just one problem.
They don't
They
sound like
can't.
you.
They no, they cannot sound like me because of the simple fact I can go from sounding like this to, "Hi, my name's Bob. Just
Yeah,
call
there's
me
Oh,
Bob."
nobody I've come across
To
that sounds like JT at all.
to, "Oh my gosh, the wind's blowing. It's a cold winter day." You know, I'm
yeah.
sorry, they can't do it.
Well,
And not only that, most people don't have a clue what my avatar is.
it's a coin, isn't it?
No, it's
No,
not.
no.
Universal bread maker. Is that what it says?
It's from
Universal.
1904, and I
It's a
have it.
it's a thing off of a bread maker.
It's off. It's the front emblem on my bread dough maker from 1904.
Okay.
You know the beater brush that the KitchenAids now have they call them bread dough.
Yeah.
Well, guess what? They were making them back in 1904 already.
Well, I'll just look really close to make sure it's yours.
Yeah, but like I said, you know, um, I don't use voice modulators. I don't use soundboards. I do my own myself. So
Right.
if somebody wants to try to use my avatar, you know how to trip them up, girl.
Well, I hope you will come one day to my life. And yes, I'll let you hide behind your avatar. If that's the only way I can get you to come, I
That would
sure
be the
will.
only way, honey.
I
But I
sure
I
will.
was there the last time. You just didn't know it.
Y- You were silent. You were, what do you call it? You were trolling? No, not trolling. What is that word that
I was lurking
yeah, lurking.
because you
Lurk.
had the one guy who was it, Blue Eyes, and then the Asian lady came on and she didn't feel like singing either.
Loves you.
Yep, her.
Loves you, and then you're probably talking about Lance, or are you talking about,
The Fisher dude.
Lance.
His name
John
he goes
Chalker?
yeah, he goes by Blue Eyes. The
Oh.
Fisher.
Lance.
If you look at his picture when he's up on stage, he'll say that's what his thing will say Blue Eyes Fishing.
Oh, okay, well, I'll
Uh
have to go. I don't never rewatch my own. I
don't
don't
feel
George
bad.
Foreman remembers.
I don't watch my own either. I don't go through and edit it either. You
I
know, I'm
have
like
done
the
that
show is
because
this and that's the way it is and you know.
I've gone through, here not too long ago, and I put, the titles because, I would try to say, "Well, go look at this," and all it had was the date, and people weren't knowing what I was talking about, so I did go and retitle, like, my trailer, walkthrough or something like that. I don't remember now,
Oh
but
yeah, that's for sure, Vix.
But yeah, you know. But yeah, I'll come over. I'll give you a hard time without giving you a hard time. You know, I might make you crack up laughing, but a lot of
oh,
people
and
don't
people
like me
will
doing
love
that to them
you.
either. You know, but life is too short. Okay,
I think
so
people will love you, and God's night, I hope you'll one day come over. Vex,
Sure.
everybody in the chat, I hope you enjoyed this enough to check me out. And
she's
so
worth checking out. Okay, guys, I'll just tell you that much.
I mean,
She
I'm
is
just
worth it.
you. I'm not professional at nothing, okay? I'm a learner
And
at everything.
she runs her channel kind of like I do mine. No swearing. No, use your manners.
I
Yes, we
don't
know how
try
to.
to I don't try to make conversations that is going to cause controversy. I don't like controversy. It makes me very upset and tense. So I try to
Right.
avoid conflict and controversy and
That's good.
I just want it to be fun and enjoyable and peaceful and relaxing.
Yeah, we
Yep.
need more of that. We need a lot more of that.
Lainey's another one that likes to do that with her channel. She likes
Yeah.
relaxing and fun and peaceful time.
Why I'm
Lainey's
here because that's how I feel here.
number one, be yourself,
Yeah.
is Lainey. Yeah, you know,
Well, I'm gonna let you know what is she up to now. What is your real name? I'm
JT.
gonna I want to write it down. I have a horrible time now. I'm gonna tell you, remembering names, and so I do try to write it down. But I've got so many names on my corkboard right now. I have to dig to find the right one. Um, what did you say it was?
JT.
J C
T.
T.
Yeah, you know, Turkey Tom,
Oh, okay. J
thinking,
T.
thunking.
J T.
Hmm.
And I'm gonna write your channel name so I'll remember. And so, yeah, I tell everybody,
Sure,
when you
you can Vex. You can put Victoria's link up. I don't know if I've got it. I mean, I know I've got it. Don't get me wrong. I just have to look for where I put it because I do cheater sheets. Okay, I'm telling y'all. If I didn't do cheater sheets, I'd never
is
get
that what
things
it's
right.
called when I'm writing down the channel and then the person's names?
Yeah,
Yeah, cheat sheet.
only mine is on my computer.
Mine is all over my corkboard over here. And like I said, I got to lift bunches of pages to see if I got. the person's name, or else I have to pull out a one of those not binder, but those books that have paper in it, where I wrote down all the channels I follow and tried to write down the names in next to their channel. But then I'm sitting there digging, and I try to put them in alphabetical order so that it's easier for me to find and try to remember what their names are.
I have two places. One's this one, and if it's not here, then I know to go over to the other one because I know I've got it. I just have to find it.
All right, I'm gonna drop down. I'll be listening until you end. I might not comment because
Ah, here it is. I found it. Ha ha. Ah, da, da, da,
I
da,
may just
da.
be listening and I might not be able to chat, but I'll be there and you'll know because your numbers won't drop.
There you go.
Thank you, hon. And
You
I hope
betcha. Thank you.
I
I'm
hope
so
to see
glad you
you
came up.
guys pop up on my bell. All right, I'm gonna
All
go.
right.
Bye.
You have a good one. Bye.
Bless. Stay
God
safe
bless you too. You stay
and
safe.
stay awesome.
I work at it. It's kind of hard some days.
That's usually my ending quote on my channel. I tell everybody, God bless, stay safe, and stay awesome. And I mean it.
Oh, yeah. You
All
have
right.
to.
Thank
Talk
you
with you
so
soon,
much.
sweetie.
Thank you so,
All right,
so
later,
much for
Victoria.
letting me spend time up here. And you have an awesome day, God's night.
All right, you too. Thank you.
Bye bye.
So, darling, what do you think? We
Yeah, that was
raise
very
enough.
cool.
We raise enough hee hee. Um, I have to go outside pretty soon and check the stove, make sure that we got enough wood going in it. Actually, I want the darn thing to go out so I can dump it out and bring it back in before dark.
Yeah.
But no, I had a good time. I thought our show was good today. You know, we started out with nobody in the room, which is funny.
Yeah.
That was the first time for that. But you start your show and they will come.
Well,
Believe it
yeah,
or not.
everything goes to plan without a plan. It's just easier that way. Not have a plan, and then everything goes to plan without a plan.
Vex is trying to tell me that I'm burping in his
Yeah,
ear
he's
again.
he's fiending. He wants to know when birth time is happening. Because you're talking
Uh,
about going outside to check on the stove.
I think it's been a really goose show.
Yeah, Goose show. Who's Goose?
Chrissy's gonna come in here and hit me.
A rally Goose show. Who's
Who's
Goose?
Goose? Huh. Let's see. One wants me to burp in his ear and the other one wants a goose on the show.
Yeah,
I don't know who Goose is.
a rally Goose.
What? She said something about really wanting to come in here and hit me.
So next time we gotta find a rally Goose.
Yeah, we gotta find Goose. We don't know who Goose is. Thanksgiving's coming.
You should be happy that I even typed that in there, seeing how I kept being 45-minute delay on listening to you.
Oh, she's only been 45 minutes behind us. she's only.
I've been for the last 45 minutes. Refresh live, refresh live,
She's
refresh
been.
live.
Not only has she been 45 minutes behind, but she's been right next to the modem.
Yeah.
Yeah, weird.
Okay?
I make my coffee.
See now, Rose has the she can get us a goose because there's geese the other day down at the playground.
Well, we got geese here too, but I don't know none of them. And the one goose I had, well, it was a duck with a mohawk.
Oh,
Part of a tree
nice.
fell off, scared the duck. He thought it was a gun, and I've never seen him since. Oh, I wanted him for my pet. He's a
The
wild
mohawk
duck.
duck, huh?
Yeah, he looked cool. Um, The geese, they just fly over and do circles and teach the young ones to laps and stuff. You know. Now,
Coming to Hatful Mom.
who's
West
the
Coast 42.
who's a hatful mom? No, that's hat
I need a love woman
the
to encourage
McCoys
me,
and
please.
Hatfields. It's yeah, the Hatfields and McCoys, not hatful moms.
You don't have to shoot them, Rose. Get you a slingshot or a wrist rocket, with porcelain or glass beads.
A blow dart.
Yeah, or a bola or a sling, whatever works.
Yeah.
Shoot, they make home defense 45 caliber, which is like a highly pressurized, fancy CO2 home defense gun, non-lethal or less than lethal. You could use that to shoot one of them suckers.
We can't shoot down there. Well, duh, no, you can't shoot at the playground. My gosh, golly gee, want the little kids to run for scurry? You'd never get them out from underneath the merry-go-round again. And those
So
things
I'm
used to be
just
real close to the ground.
I'm
Oh my
just happy
gosh.
the geese here. Don't worry about me. There's no turkey, so I gotta hunt me a goose or some geese.
There are turkeys. They're just out in the country. They're
Yeah,
keeping
the real
com-
turkey,
they're
wild
keeping
turkeys.
companies with the deer. They're nursing
Yes,
the
50
deer back.
caliber.
They're nursing the deer back to health. That's got the COVID now.
The 50 caliber, Beowulf style. Desert Eagle, Smith and Wesson 500 style 50 cal.
Oh, by the way, FYI, 50 caliber bullets, lead pieces, whatever you want to call them, do not fit in a 5 Derringer. Just saying.
Who said that? Who made that claim that they could put 50 caliber in a Derringer?
Well, you had to be there. I won a prize, and that was the prize.
What the
and
heck?
then and they didn't know that I even had a pew pew, and I was like, okay, I just got one question. And they all went, what's that? I said, here's my, and how am I supposed to put them in there? Oh, you got to melt them down and remake them your size.
Oh,
Oh,
jeez.
well, now you got me doing work that I wasn't planning on doing. Jeez. Yeah, I still have them.
It's like saying, "Oh, you know what? Here's a 3/4 wrench, but you gotta grind it out some so it can fit, a 1 inch." Like what? Why don't you just give me a 1 inch wrench?
Because, well, they were all used to shotguns,
Yeah, and
you know,
it's
and I come along and I like my shoulders working, okay? Because some people overload their the powder in them, and so
yeah.
it really screws up your shoulders because you got to roll it around it just right. No, no, not that kind of wild turkey
Real wild
either.
turkeys, the ones you can eat
The
and not
ones
drink.
that the ones out in the country that go
Yep.
yes, and they have feathers. The ones that the hunters go around the woods looking for, and then after the hunters are gone, the birds fly out from every place, and you go, huh? I could have
Oh,
had
jeez,
turkeys.
Victoria. You need arrows now. You should fletch you some arrows. Not that tough.
Yeah, you can get arrows any place.
Slugs. Slugs.
Slugs.
Slugs.
No, we want slats to go with them slugs. So you got a call from
Yeah, we're
number
talking about
one
the
son.
real wild turkeys, not the poor man bourbon and the liquor at the liquor stand or the liquor store.
Yeah, the turkeys, the ones with the feathers that you can make pretties out of.
Yep.
You know, you can paint a turkey feather. Did you know that? Make a real pretty hair decoration. You can. I mean, just gotta know how to do it. And you can take that turkey feather and make a perfect fletch for an arrow, so you can shoot it in your bow. Hey,
Oh
Misfit,
shoot!
how you doing?
What's up, Misfit? That's what you call a turkey shoot.
Scrimshaw. I knew a village that had turkeys in it, and the turkeys were the rulers of the town. They had all right of ways over all vehicles and people. Just saying. So, anyhow, we've been on for over 2 hours and 20 minutes, and Vex wants another burp in the ear, so I better go out and check the stove. I'm hoping that it's all done doing its thing that it was supposed to done. If not, I'm gonna, well, at least Bert and his ear make his day, you
When
know.
did you start uh, curing it?
I started fighting with the fire at 8 o'clock this morning. Now, would you like to know when the fire truck started burning?
That's what I'm asking. When did you start curing it? Not when you were fighting with
The
it.
fire finally started going at about 10:30.
That's not bad.
Now,
So what? 4 hours
yeah,
almost.
it's only supposed to take 2 hours to cure it.
Yeah. So you should be.
But
Yeah, it should be good.
but you never know. So I'm going to go outside. I can't see the screen.
I don't eat meat. It's for protection if ever I have to.
Her bow and arrow. So much for that idea.
I don't eat meat. It's, uh,
Guess what? The fire kind of went out. Why? Because I wasn't out here to stoke it.
no one stoked it, huh?
We were all inside. Now I got smoke coming back out. No one was out here to stoke it.
You got
And
any
most of
paper
the
just to toss in there?
you stuff in it before, but I've got ashes going, hot coals in there, so it's smoking again.
I eat my weight in beef, pork, or chicken every day.
I heard it went off.
I had to stir, baby. She's giving me a hard time, cousin. I tell you.
All right, later, Rose. What, the fire? You trying to stoke the coals?
I no, I got the coals going now. She comes out and she says, "I heard you had to stir
That's why I thought that.
it."
Oh yeah, yeah. How
She looks down.
convenient.
She looks down at the stove and she goes, "I see there's smoke coming out of it."
Good job, Christy.
Good job, Christy.
I'm a fire watcher.
Yeah,
I'm a fire watch
she's on
duty.
fire duty. She watches it burn.
Fire watching duty.
If
Yeah,
it
she
goes
takes
out,
Firewatch to the new to a new definition.
if it goes out, it's oh well, it
It does
stopped.
whatever it does. Like I said,
You know. So, but we can't even dump it out because yeah, it's full of wood.
is it really still?
I ain't kidding you. I wasn't out here to stir the dang thing. I came out, stirred it, and smoking again.
Funny to me. I don't know why, but it just seems like isn't that how much wood was in there? Like half the day.
Yep.
Yeah, I was just joking about eating my weight
Oh,
in
guess what?
meat. I don't eat that much meat on the daily.
A log fire to burn all night. It just might not burn.
Well, might have to just move it that way a little, and then in the morning take it over there, dump it out, and then take that inside.
So you're gonna leave
Might
it out?
might not have any choice to. Now I got the fire going again.
Oh man.
All I did was stirred it a little. It's hard to be me, I'm telling you. It's been that kind of a day.
It just takes one person, the one right person, to drive by. Oh look,
Uh huh.
there's a wood stove outside.
Yeah, but I have it blocked to where it's really hard to see.
Okay,
So, but that don't mean that the other people in the area don't know about it.
exactly.
So we'll let
So
it
I
go
said,
for a
hey,
little
so and
while.
so. There's a wood stove out there in so and so's yard. Do you can you happen to drive by and see if you can see it? It could be anything could happen.
Yeah.
Then your wood stove is gonna grow legs and walk away. Well, it has legs. It's just gonna walk away now. So
Join the enjoying the driveway, right?
yeah, it's gonna go
Yeah.
for a leisurely stroll and never come back. It's gonna run away from you.
Yeah. Well,
You you
I,
mistreated it.
I think they're going to be deprived of a nice stovepipe section and all the rest of it that goes with it. You know,
That's not gonna stop.
we don't
That's not
have
gonna
the
stop them from using it and burning their house down or something.
right. We don't have the tray site out here. We don't have the water reservoir out here, and
Yeah,
you know the double wall stuff out here. So they would only be getting the firebox and only the firebox. So and a very low damper section short chimney. You know, drove by. They had him on kibosh for a while. They weren't allowed to drive by. And he's a good enough reason why we will not be leaving that sit outside.
yeah.
Because he's one of them that other people have had to call the police department over and get stuff back that he wrongfully borrowed.
Well, if you have gravel disappearing and some things from your garden disappearing, I mean,
Yeah,
your stove has a good solid chance of disappearing.
yeah, you know me. We'll be dumping it out. If it's cured, it's cured. If it's not cured, oh well. You know,
Yeah,
I
you
can
can
always
just do it
bring it.
tomorrow again. You can start over tomorrow.
Yeah, I can bring it out tomorrow and make the neighbors go. Well, apparently she wasn't done enough with it.
Yeah,
You know, but
yeah, just better safe than sorry.
exactly. That's why when I brought I had Chrissy bring the welder's gloves out so we can move it where we
Freaking
got it now.
bags.
We'll just take the welder's gloves and dump it and take it and let it cool off and then take it in the house. You
Yeah,
know, so
Vex is getting
uh,
some DIY ideas now.
why? What's he DIY and
First, his own stash, and then a wood stove now.
you can make them?
Yeah,
You know, 50 gallon barrels work great for him.
the oil drums. Yeah,
Yep.
yep. Those things are very versatile. Oil drums.
Oh yeah. You put them down in your basement and heat your whole house with them. No problem.
Yep.
You put bigger pieces of wood in them than I can in my little stove. So we gotta take down the wood table yet too. Put it away for the winter. That's on tomorrow's honeydew list. Then everything out of the backyard's gone. I did plant garlic today while I was
Nice.
out here pretending I was busy. I took and busted up a garlic bulb and put the garlic pieces in the coffee cans of dirt that I'd grown other plants in. So we'll see. If they grow, they grow. If they don't, oh well, I tried. You know. Because if I'd planted them in the garden, then the gopher would have went hors d'oeuvres, and I wouldn't have gotten any anyhow.
Yeah.
So, and they're where they'll get cold, and then they'll get watered from the snow. You know. Hopefully they grow in the spring, so I can harvest them. I'm one of those big, energetic people. This time of the year, I really don't worry about planting too much because it won't be long and everything will be under the white stuff,
Yeah.
you know. So,
Snipers.
and we got the plastic up over the front of the front porch, so that's nice. It'll stay up until springtime, and then we'll take it down again. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see how many people give up the internet to keep their family warm or to feed their family this year. You know,
Not many, JT, unfortunately.
that's not that hard for me to figure out.
Not many at all. They're gonna be hurting really bad.
Well, if that's what the choices were for me, the internet would go. I'd make sure the family was fed and warm, you know. But that's why I don't have a smartphone too, because I don't have to be connected all the time.
Yeah.
You know, it's just the way I am. When I go outside to work, I don't take my phone with me. I leave it in the house. When I go to town, I leave it at the house. Because all their fancy apps don't work. They they don't get to follow me. You know,
He's trying to spell. Are you trying to spell hors d'oeuvres? I think he's trying to spell hors d'oeuvres. It's hors d'oeuvres. Hors d'oeuvres. I think he's trying to spell hors d'oeuvres.
horse drivers. Now
This is
those
like horse drivers.
horse drivers are drovers. Drovers drove. You have to be Australian to understand that one, or watch the movie. Yes and no. I spell good. You spell what good? Get a cookbook. You'll find the word hors d'oeuvres in it. They have a section on them.
Yeah, because I was reading them, trying to make out what the heck he's trying to spell. And I'm like, and then he put ore, like mineral ores, and then d'oeuvres, and then he puts hors d'oeuvres. And it's like I spell good. So I put it in there. That's what I'm assuming he's trying to spell hors d'oeuvres. Hors d'oeuvres. Hors d'oeuvres. Hors d'oeuvres.
Hors
Hors
d'oeuvres.
d'oeuvres.
Or dwarfs. How's that one?
Yeah, hors d'oeuvres. So I'm not sure if that's the word he's looking for because he put yes and no. Hors d'oeuvres. Hors d'oeuvres. Freaking Vex. I was like, horse divers. Because you were talking about garlic and then he put horse divers. I was like, I'm trying to think, like, what is a horse diver? Horse diver. Then he put hors d'oeuvres and then hors d'oeuvres. Hors d'oeuvres. Orders. No, I spelled it. I'm a good driver. I was just trying to make sense of it, man, because you're like almost having an aneurysm or something.
Vex, I didn't plant any horseradish.
Yeah, that's what I kind of assumed. Like horseradish, like horse diver? Is he probably talking about horseradish? It's like horse divers.
Just entertain myself spelling it wrong as
He loves lamb.
many as I can times. I love lamp.
I thought you only do that late at night when you're already sleepy.
Really? I thought he saved that for us. But no. He's sharing it with everybody today.
Yeah.
I feel so betrayed. Oh, it's so hard to be us sometimes and
Wrong
keep up with him.
as many as I could. Yeah, I just read that right now. Just entertaining myself spelling it wrong as many as I could.
Just being goofy. Okay, now where's Mickey Mouse at? You know?
I love lamb. Well, it's slow down big time, GT. You ready to call it?
I don't know, we've got Vex for entertainment now. Should we call it?
It's up to you. That's why I asked you, GT.
It's been 2 hours and 37 minutes, and then we got Goofy Vex. So, I suppose we should. Y'all have a great week. Blessings to all of you. And we'll see you next week, same time,
All right, later,
same
everybody.
station.
Thanks, GT.
Thank you. Bye.